Well, and since the New York Museum curator is so anxious to get the artifacts and the golden cradle, I've decided to spend the next few days packing and take them there.
And deliver them yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Then perhaps I can put an end to this entire chapter of my life.
Well, then you can start on a new project.
Oh, no. I haven't the stomach for it. Not unless I can persuade Nola to bring Kelly Louise and come back here and live. As a matter of fact, I think that's what I'll do. I'll go and shower and change, go over to the Reardons, and persuade Nola to come back.
Mr. McCord.
Yes?
Nola is not at her mother.
Oh, where is she?
I don't know. And neither does her family.
I don't understand. How do you know all this?
Because she came here last night to get her things.
You didn't let her, did you?
I did everything I could to dissuade her.
Well, she must have said where she was going.
No. She left a note for her mother saying that she was going off somewhere to try to start a new life.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, to pack up everything and leave, especially with an infant.
The baby is at Mrs. Reardon.
Never. Nola would never leave Kelly Louise behind unless... Crocker. Silas Crocker.
Don't even entertain such a thought.
But there's no other explanation.
Well, Lieutenant Wyatt...
Lieutenant Wyatt? What does he have to do with all this?
He was here all afternoon asking questions. Don't worry. No one told him anything.
What did he say about Nola?
Well, I think he was convinced that she's just packed and left Springfield. Forever.
I think we got a lot accomplished, don't you?
What, are you kidding? We're going to have to buy a whole new suitcase just to haul home all this glue.
No, we're not. I think if you take some home with you, and I'll take some home with me, and then when we get home, we can have a big part.
I don't want to think about going home. Not yet.
Neither do I. So what do you want to do for dinner tonight? I can call downstairs and make a reservation in the dining room.
Yeah, well, we did that last time.
Okay, well, I saw a couple of really nice restaurants in Christmas. We can stop by one of them, and...
Yeah, well, listen, how about this? How about we just spend the entire evening, just the two of us, completely alone?
not eat at all?
Well, we could take a nice long walk down the beach, and I could show you how we could have a terrific meal, just the two of us, without maitre d's or waiters or anybody else letting in.
But, Kelly, I don't understand how
Look,
we do
if I
that.
explain it to you, it's going to spoil the surprise.
Okay, but, Kelly, I still don't see how...
Look, no buts. This evening is up to me. All you have to do is get dressed.
Can't argue with you, and you're in one of those moods.
On what mood?
Chauvinistic.
Oh, you think I'm chauvinistic, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about... What do you think
Stop,
this is,
you're
huh?
crazy. Stop!
No, no.
I have to get that. Come on, cut it out. Hello? Yes, Mother, how are you? Are you still in New York?
Really, Maggie, you don't have to stay. I'll be fine.
Well, if you get hungry later, there's some cold poached salmon in the fridge and a salad.
All right, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, Miss Amanda.
Good night. What is it, Maggie? Did you forget something?
No, it's just... Well, Miss Amanda, we've known each other for a long time. I worked here when Mrs. Wexley was alive, and I saw what you went through when she died. And then last summer with Mr. Ben, and... Well, what I'm trying to say is, I can see something's bothering you. And if there's anything I can do...
No. Thank you, Maggie, but this is something I'll have to work through alone. I don't want you to worry about me, though. I'll be all right.
Well, you have yourself a nice evening.
I will.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Good night. Oh, Maggie. I almost forgot. I may be going away for a few days. Now, I'll give you plenty of notice, and I will leave a number where I can be reached just in case of an emergency.
Oh, I'm so glad. A vacation will be just the thing for you, especially with all the things you've got on your mind trying to run that big business by yourself.
Yes, I think so, too, Maggie.
Good night, Miss Amanda.
Good night. I've got to stop thinking about Mark or I'm going to go crazy.
got that one. Any other messages? Uh-huh. Okay, nothing from my brother? Okay, fine. I'll let you know where I'll be. Right, thanks a lot.
Well, I finally convinced Mom to lie down and relax for a while, but she insists that we go out and enjoy ourselves.
Wonderful. What do you say we go back to my place, and that way we won't have to deal with another living being for the rest of the evening?
Sounds perfect.
Oh, that's what I like about you. You're so agreeable. Mike.
How you doing?
Oh, there you are. You're back.
Yeah.
Hello, Lorraine.
Hi.
Well, I guess you wouldn't be here if you'd had any luck in finding Rita, would you?
I've located Rita, but I didn't talk to her. I came back to get you so we can talk to her together.
And now, the award-winning Guiding Light. This portion is presented by Crisco Oil for fried foods with no greasy taste and for light-tasting salads. And by Pampers. Millions of babies have grown up in Pampers dryness.
I'm financial supervisor of the Watson family. My job's to keep costs down. Your 3 minutes are up, madam. Not easy. Because I want what's right for my family. And that means cushion quilted Pampers. I've tried bargain brands. Pampers helps keep my Billy a lot drier. And dryness is what I want for my baby.
Look, wear the Pampers and the average bargain brand. Wait a minute. Slip in a blotter. Pampers cushion quilted lining helps keep babies a lot drier.
Ring, ring. It's for you, Billy.
Tell him to call back. I've got to change him.
Pampers.
They help keep him a lot drier.
Cushion quilted Pampers helps keep a little baby a lot drier.
Long distance, Aunt Claire.
I'm an aunt. Oh, let me turn this off.
Oh, bye. You're an uncle.
A hungry one.
The chicken, must have soaked up a lot of oil.
Won't it taste greasy?
Well, I used Crisco oil. Let's see.
Looks good, huh?
Good. Fantastic. What do you know about Crisco oil?
Ants know these things.
Crisco oil with no cholesterol makes fried foods that taste delicious, not greasy.
Love the smell of Irish soda bread baking. That aroma of hot raisins and candied fruit fills the house. I'm Mrs. Olson. I remember Mrs. O'Brien saying, "Make it right, girl. The right ingredients make such a difference in how food tastes." Ingredients do make the delicious difference, especially in coffee. You take Folgers. Folgers' delicious ingredient is mountain-grown coffee. Mountain-grown coffee has more rich flavor and aroma than other kinds of coffee. Delicious. Good coffee is like good cooking. Mountain-grown is the ingredient that makes Folgers delicious. Try mountain-grown Folgers.
Brava.
What are you doing here?
You suddenly left the office. No one seemed to know where you went, when you'd be back. I got very worried about you.
You shouldn't have. I just wanted to be alone. I have a lot of important decisions to make.
I thought those were decisions that we would eventually make together.
Look, I have very strong feelings for you. You know that. But I have got to get over them because I cannot live with this guilt.
Thank you, Josh Lewis and Alan Spaulding.
What do they have to do with any of this?
Well, Josh Lewis surprised us at the cottage this morning, and then Alan called you and that
You're
embarrassed
wrong, Mark. Whatever guilt I'm feeling, I have felt since the first time we made love. And it's only getting worse. I felt if I didn't talk to someone and get some help today, I would go mad.
And why didn't you talk to me? I would do anything in the world to help
No,
you.
because I knew you would say exactly what you've been saying all along. That as soon as Jennifer returned from New York, you were going to sit down and have a long, honest talk with her and tell her about us. And if that's your solution, I can't deal with it.
It is the only solution that will ensure our future together.
Don't you understand? I cannot base my future happiness on my mother's misery. It would just destroy anything we might have
I
together.
understand what you're feeling, and I love you for it. But eventually the guilt will disappear, and then we'll be able to find happiness together.
I don't believe that. And after talking to Sarah today, I don't think she believes it either.
Sarah McIntyre?
Yes. I made an appointment and saw her this afternoon. And it wasn't easy, but I told her about us.
And what did Sarah have to say?
There was no simple solution. But I'm going to go on working with her until I am over my feelings for you. And I will be, Mark.
How? By suppressing desires inside of you that are too powerful to control?
I don't believe that.
Amanda, we both know what that will lead to. Frustration, repression, anguish.
Mark.
That's not the solution.
Please.
What? You can say it, Amanda. You can ask me for my help. That's what I'm here for. To help you. To help both of us.
So by the time I got to San Francisco, she'd gone.
Who told you where to find her?
Well, I got a contact there in San Francisco that followed her to the airport and actually overheard her make her ticket purchase.
I'm almost afraid to ask this, but where'd she go to this time?
Toronto. But I've contacted somebody up in Toronto, and he's located a hospital that she's working in, and knows that she lives in the outskirts of town, so it shouldn't be hard to find her.
No, sounds good. Look, I'm not going to be able to leave right away. It's going to take me at least a day to
Well, no,
get my office.
same with me. So what do you say we leave the day after tomorrow? We could leave in the morning and get there by noon.
Yeah, okay, sounds good.
So what's the matter? Look, you're finally going to get a chance to see her and talk to her face to face and get this thing over with.
Yeah, well, what guarantee is there that she's going to be there when we finally get there? You know, it's...
I think a very good guarantee. This guy that I've got up there watching every move she makes. So if she goes any place, he'll know about it.
Dad, are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. I've just been waiting for this to happen for such a long time, you know, and now that I'm finally so close to seeing Rita, it's a little eerie. I just don't know what to feel. Say, a new dream pie. Say, now it's creamier. Say, improved dream pie. Say, now it's creamier.
We've made Jello brand instant pudding and new improved Dream whipped topping mix to make Dream Pie creamier. Same simple recipe, still higher, lighter than cream pie, but now even creamier.
Say, it's a new dream pie.
How do kids show they like Tang better than the leading orange juice? Watch this.
When I get great tasting Tang, Mom gets an empty glass.
Tang Instant Breakfast Drink. Full day's supply of vitamin C in every glass. And a great taste that kids preferred in a taste test to the leading orange juice.
Sure, I like orange juice, but I like Tang. Even better.
If the glass is empty, it must be Tang.
I just got rid of a painful itch fast. Thanks, Lannigan.
There's only one Lanacaine.
I just got rid of an aggravating itch. Thanks, Lannigan.
There's only one Lanacaine. Lanacaine has two active ingredients that work to stop painful itching. Even costly hydrocortisones like Cordate have no active pain reliever, so Lanacaine relieves pain of itching fast. And Lanacaine, unlike hydrocortisones, has an antibacterial to help natural healing.
I just got rid of the most embarrassing itch. Thanks, Lannigan.
There's only one Lanacaine for all kinds of itching.
Peter Pan can make a day of fighting even more exciting. Bring a rainbow just around the bend. Peter Pan can spread a little sunshine, make it all a fun time. It's the peanut butter lover's friend.
Fresh, rich, creamy Peter Pan. One taste and you'll know why. Nothing spreads a smile like it.
Peter Pan can, Peter Pan can. Peter Pan can, Peter Pan can.
They are snobbish, unconventional, arrogant, raucous,
Irreverent, but very funny, and filthy rich. I love them. They're my kind of people.
That radio could have fallen in anyone's bathtub.
Filthy Rich, JR's kind of people, JR's kind of comedy. Coming Monday, right after MASH.
I demand to know why you disobeyed my orders and you went up to the third floor of this house.
I told you, Violet, I was looking for you.
That is a lie. When I left you in Nola's room, you knew that I was going downstairs to welcome Mr. McCord home.
Oh, I must have forgotten.
I don't believe that either. But even if you did forget, what on earth made you think that I was in Fritz's room? Ah, you see, Helena, everyone in this household has an eye on you.
May I remind you, Violet, that I am a guest in this house, not a criminal. And consequently, I can go anywhere I damned well please.
We shall see about that. When Mr. McCord returns, and I tell him that you were found on the third floor, I am quite sure that he will ask you to pack your things and leave.
You think so?
Yes, I do. In fact, Helena, I think that you have just done me a great favor by disobeying my orders.
You know, Violet, in all the years I've known you, I don't ever recall seeing you quite so frightened.
What utter nonsense.
No, I don't think so. I think you're hiding something up on the third floor, but what? What can it be? And why are you so afraid?
I am hiding absolutely nothing.
We'll see about that. The minute Quentin comes home, I'm going to have a little talk to him about you. And when will that be?
I have no idea, Miss Dundee.
You're his driver, aren't you? Well?
Mr. McCord went to the Reardon house to talk to Miss Nola's mother.
No! That's another thing! Why is everyone carrying on so about the simple fact that Nola decided to leave Springfield? If you ask me, Quentin should be grateful that he's rid of her so he can go on with his work in peace.
Well, that is no concern of yours. Now, if you will please leave this room, Fritz and I have work to do. But you would be very wise, Helena, not to return to the third floor.
Miss Mancini has a terrible temper.
That tone and vile language is her way of intimidating people, Fritz. You must learn to stand up to her.
Who, me?
Yes. And while she is in this house, you must follow her all the time. Make sure she does not go back to the third floor.
Yes, Mrs. Renfield, I will try. Are you coming?
No. I have things to do here. I will talk to you soon.
You think I'm just trying to...
Did you hear what I said? If I catch you lurking about in the shadows or spying on me, so help me, Fritz, I'll tell Quint the moment he comes home and he'll fire you on the spot.
You were listening to what Mrs. Renfield and I were talking about.
Yes, I was. And I'll tell you something else. Violet doesn't intimidate me either. As a matter of fact, I'll tell her so myself. Right now. Violet, I've had it with just... Where is she?
Mrs. Renfield?
No. Marlena Dietrich. Huh? Where did she go?
I have no idea.
Don't lie to me.
I am not lying, Mrs. Frazini.
I heard the both of you talking in this room not 30 seconds ago. Now, what did she do? Disappear in a puff of smoke? How did she get out of this room? There must be a secret passageway in this room, and I am going to find it. I bet I know exactly where it leads. That infamous third floor.
about med students and Boy Scouts?
Always prepare.
Exactly. No, actually, my dad talked to me. He and my mom and I used to go camping a lot. Well, I'm glad you liked it.
I loved it. Made me feel kind of, primitive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well then, woman, next time I'll send you out there with a spear and you can spear them yourself. Clean them, cook them, hell, even build a campfire if you behave yourself and obey your husband.
Well, you just sent women's lib back about 30 years or so.
Well, listen, women's lib or not, don't expect me to cook dinner every night. I mean, I want a career of my own. Joke. That's teasing.
I know. Kelly, does it really bother you that I have a career? I mean, besides the fact that I'm away a lot, I don't like that either, but I don't know. Sometimes I just think that maybe you'd rather me be home all the time so you can take care of me.
I really... I don't think I feel that way. I don't know. Yes, I mean, I'd like to take care of you. I want to be the one to pamper you and provide all the things that you would need or want. But I know there's a lot of ego involved in that. Mine. And I also know that I can't be everything. Not really.
If anyone could, you could.
You know, there's some things that people, they have to do for themselves. And I see you. And I see how happy your career makes you. Well, then I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that it works for you, for both of us.
But when we got married, this isn't what we had expected at all.
Well, maybe we had some growing up to do. Maybe we still have. But you're right about one thing. It's not what I planned. It's so much more.
Can you believe that we've been married for almost a year now?
I feel like I've always been married.
Kelly, if there was anything you could change, anything at all, what would it be?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. I mean, we're not perfect. We have goals. Children. A real family. But that just means that we have that much more to look forward to.
Well, that's why I'm working and saving all the money that I make so that when you settle down and have your internship and we can have a family, you'll have money saved up.
Yeah, I know. I guess maybe I want everything at once.
And Kelly, I promise you will have everything.
Wine's gone.
Well, do we have to leave?
Well, no, we don't have to, but I know you have an early call in the morning.
Kelly, look at that moon. Isn't it beautiful?
It really does feel
Primitive?
moon, trees, out of the water.
Gilbert
Hi.
for Noxema.
There are two things my friends and I discuss a lot. Boys and our skin. The skin part's easier. I wash with Noxema, not soap. It cleans away dirt and oil and doesn't dry like soap can. My skin feels tingly, clean, and soft. And that's what good skin is. Boys. Now that's another story.
Watch good skin happen. Wash with Noxema twice a day. For acne-troubled skin, try Noxema 12-hour acne medicine.
I love beautiful hair. Making it beautiful is the art of my profession.
Uh-huh.
Yet there are women who perm beautiful at home with lilt. You see, the key is in the roll-up. A bad roll-up shows frizzes. A good roll-up, beautiful curls. Only Lilt has these amazing sponges. They grip better, roll up better, for more beautiful hair. Lilt sponges help you roll up so professionally. It even makes me a little jealous.
Lilt's professional touch. Beautiful.
Procter & Gamble is hoisting the sales for savings with terrific money-saving coupons. Look in this Sunday's paper for these coupons and redeem them for big savings on many of your favorite Procter & Gamble products. And there's a lot more. I can't tell you exactly what, but this boat is a hint. So check newspapers or store displays for complete details and get ready to sail for savings.
We'll continue with part 2 of Guiding Light in a moment. Thursday on Magnum. Will a young girl and a sunken ship trap Magnum in a watery grave or lead to a hidden treasure? Then Rick and AJ tangle with rock concert racketeers and guest star Joey Travolta on Simon & Simon.
It's only rock and roll, but I love it.
It all happens Thursday. Tomorrow on CBS.
What radio station do I listen to? Stereo 102, WPIX-FM. It's bright, and it makes me feel good.
I like the music they play. All my favorites with less interruption. Stereo 102, WPIX-FM. It makes me feel good.
When you're busy all day like I am, what music makes you feel good? That's why I listen to Stereo 102. Don't you?
Turn your radio to Stereo 102, WPIX-FM. It makes you feel good.
The Haunted Mansion at Long Branch is a living, breathing nightmare of more than 30 incredible rooms, each with its own very special surprise. Wander through its myriad of secret passageways and winding labyrinths. Discover the graveyard of the living dead and its unimagined terror. There's Renfield, the Miss Sliders, the Prince of Darkness, Count Dracula, and many more. At the Haunted Mansion at Long Branch, it's waiting for you.
From pint-sized powerhouse Piazzadora and basic training in combat boots to the high-stepping hilarity of the high-heeled women, it's all on Two on the Town, Saturday at 7:30. Buddy Rich with the Muppets tonight. This portion of Guiding Light is presented by Tide. The extra action in Tide means dirt can't hide. And by squeezably soft Charmin bathroom tissue.
Well, I tried Kelly's recipe for his California salad dressing. I don't know. I think I messed something out.
It's going to be fine.
I'm really glad you're here tonight. Just wish I could be better company for you. What I really wish is I could stop being anxious. I don't understand it, really.
Dad. Dad, you have been searching for Rita for months now, so that you could go ahead with your divorce and get on with your life, and, boy, you have come up against dead end after dead end. And now, all of a sudden, out of the clear blue sky, day after tomorrow, you're going to face her. And you're going to have to face the end of a relationship that was very, very important for you. So, no wonder you're anxious.
You certainly do know a lot about life and people for someone as depressingly young as you are.
Well, unfortunately, it's because I've been there. I remember when I first found out that Herb was having an affair.
You know, at that point, our relationship was far from perfect, but it was hard for me to face that it was over. I had to be beginning all over again, start a whole new life. And I think, well, maybe that's part of what you're going through. But you have to end one chapter of your life and begin another whole unknown one.
Yeah, but you see, the next chapter of my life isn't unknown. Thanks to you. I mean, that's what I meant when I said I was glad that you were here. I wasn't just talking about tonight. So why? You know, I feel like I have to warn you that when I get back from Canada, the first thing that I'm going to want to know is whether you're ready to make that commitment we've been talking about.
Ed, you know...
I'm not talking about tonight. I don't mean tonight. I just want you to be prepared for when you do.
I should never have gone to New York. I should have camped on your porch until I finally convinced Nola how important she is.
Oh, don't blame yourself. You know how stubborn Nola is. She just got it into her head that you didn't want her. All this business about Floyd trying to get custody of the baby, the pressure just built up. I guess.
You're not entirely convinced that Nola left of her own volition, are you, Mrs. Reardon?
Oh, Lieutenant Wyatt is convinced of it, and so is Gracie, but I just don't think Nola would go off and leave the baby like that.
Exactly. So if she didn't leave willingly, then...
You think that Silas Crocker kidnapped her?
It is a possibility I can't afford to overlook.
That's what I kept telling Lieutenant Wyatt. He says the police went over there, they looked all over your house, they didn't see any sign that Silas Crocker had been there.
I don't trust the police. I never have, I never will. I'll just have to find Nola myself.
How?
Well, Helena Manzini knows several unsavory characters who are still very friendly to Silas Crocker. Now, being a fugitive, you'll have to contact one of these associates for help. I'll just force Helena to contact one of them to find out where Silas is and if Nola is with him.
Isn't that going to be dangerous? And especially if Silas Crocker knows you're looking for him.
Frankly, my life isn't worth much without Nola, but look, I'm not accomplishing anything by standing here feeling sorry for myself. I'll go back to the house now and talk to Helena. But please, take good care of Kelly Louise.
I will. Oh, please be careful.
Mrs. Reardon, if it costs me my life, I'll see that Nola returns here safe and sound.
Cute. Let me give her a squeeze.
That reminds me. Mr. Whipple, you've changed.
Oh?
You don't say, please don't squeeze the Sherman anymore.
Well, I stopped because no one ever listened to me. It wasn't all bad. That squeezing got you to try Charmin. The softness keeps you coming back for more. How soft is Charmin? Watch. Drop a fragile egg. But on Charmin, it won't break, because Charmin's so cushiony, so squeezably soft. And that's the whole idea behind Charmin. The squeezing gets you, the softness keeps you.
How far does a mom have to go to see her kids clean?
All the way to the high country, where a toughest test of clean is below the age of 10, and the same clothes get dirty over and over again.
My extra-action kid needs an extra-action tie.
Kids can be tough all around. Even Pink and Sweet has trouble keeping neat, so go ahead and splat them. Splash them, splash them, splatter them. Clean your spot Tide, get them clean. Tide's Action Pack, one top clean, and if it'll clean these kids'
kids' clothes. It'll clean most anything. Here's your joy and pride. Same kids, same clothes, spanking clean with Tide.
An extra action kid needs an extra action Tide. Tide!
Clean your spot, Tide. Get them clean. Nope, nope, nope.
When you discover the cleaner feeling of that, you're gonna say no to yourself.
It's not just this deodorant lather. This rinse is cleaner, too. Look, soap here, this here. Soap feels tacky, but this rinse is cleaner. You feel cleaner.
Discover the cleaner feeling of that, you're gonna say no to yourself.
And yes, is this.
Surprising me, didn't you?
Yeah. That's why I didn't call you. Let you know I was coming back.
Well, either way, I'm glad you did. And I'm glad you were able to track Rita down. I know Ed must be pleased.
Well, I think he's got mixed emotions about it, actually, and I can understand that. I mean, it has been kind of a wild goose chase for the last year.
Well, this time I'll keep my fingers crossed that you succeed.
Well, I'll drink to that. Also drink to the fact that you gave me a couple of names for your colleagues out there in San Francisco and Portland. I appreciate that. I wouldn't have known what to do without them.
Well, if I'd known, I would have given you a name in Toronto to contact, but you've already done that yourself.
Yeah, well, I was covered in Toronto, and that's where Rita is, of course. But anyway, I've only got 36 hours in town, and I don't want to talk about business.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the restaurant. I like it.
I thought you would. Actually, this is a place I used to bring this other very special person I told you about.
Yes, the one I remind you of.
Yeah.
2 or 3 other people have commented on that resemblance, so I know it's not just your imagination.
Oh, no, not at all. And really not just a physical resemblance either. You remind me about other ways, too.
Now, wait a minute. You don't know me really that well, Mike.
No, but what I know I like. And since that night before I left for Portland, I feel a little closer to you.
I don't know. I think maybe we got a little carried away that night, don't you?
Oh, really? How?
Well, you were leaving, and neither of us knew when you'd be back or if I'd even be here.
Well, if there's a reason for that, getting carried away, as you put it, I don't think that's it. Oh, thank you.
Have you seen Alan and Hope since you got back?
Mm-hmm. Supposed to see Alan tomorrow, though. Wants to talk to me about something that he doesn't want Hope to hear. Do you know what that's all about?
I have no idea.
Oh, I thought maybe it had something to do with, he might have uncovered something about this person that had a plot against him.
No, I wish I had. But, you know, it could be about Amanda, Mike. I know Alan's been very concerned about her. She's, I don't know, troubled, nervous, withdrawn.
You know why?
No, except I thought that it could be the fact that Henry has handed over all of his stocks to Vanessa. I know the day he told Amanda that, she came into the office the next day, and to my mind, she was completely changed. She's been that way ever since.
Why is it every time you touch me or even come near me, my resolve crumbles?
I have no idea, but I'm glad. And we'll have no further talk about guilt this evening, all right?
You're the one who's always telling me that I shouldn't deny my feelings.
It's true. But guilt is unhealthy. And you only make it worse by running to Sarah McIntyre to reinforce it instead of turning to me. Amanda, I can help you much more than Sarah can.
I want to believe you, but I can't.
I could if you trusted me. Why is it so hard for you to do that? Is it because Ben hurt you?
It's not just Ben. Every man I've ever cared about in my whole life has hurt or betrayed me in some way. Even you.
You'll never know how much I regret that. And I am trying to make up for it. And one day when you finally believe in yourself as a woman, you will believe in me.
I believe in myself when you're making love to me. But I'm going to have to learn to live without you.
I am not going to let you do that. Amanda, I need you, and I love you. I won't settle for any less. And I won't let you settle for any less either.
The moist dewiness of the island, seen in the ageless skin of its women, is captured in each greaseless drop of the mysterious beauty fluid oil of Olay. As tropical oil and silken emollients harmonize with your skin's own natural fluids, a soft, luminous look emerges, and a coveted secret of timeless beauty becomes yours. Discover the mystery of oil of Olay. It can help you look younger, too.
Sweet temptation, exquisitely, deliciously inviting. Great taste discovery, Sugar Twin, with a new advanced formula that tastes more like sugar than ever. In an expert taste test, Advanced Formula Sugar Twin Diet Sweetener was chosen for tasting more like sugar. Exquisitely, deliciously inviting. Try Advanced Formula Sugar Twin. It's sugar to your mouth.
When summer brings itchy inflammation, like poison ivy, insect bites, and allergic rashes, scratching can lead to infection. So you need Caldecort hydrocortisone spray to stop your itch without touching your rash. Caldecort hydrocortisone spray to stop your itch without touching your rash. Without a prescription, nothing is more effective to help keep you from scratching your itch to infection than Caldecort. Caldecort with hydrocortisone.
What are you thinking about?
How beautiful it is. Perfect. Just like what we have.
What do you think about the band I hired for tonight?
Very romantic. You know, Kelly, there are a lot of things I've wanted to tell you about, but with our crazy schedules, I haven't had time.
For instance?
Well, when we were first married, you know, before I started modeling and all, I always knew what you were doing, that you work and when you were at home, and you always knew what I was doing, and we've been away from each other so much, we really haven't had time to catch up, you know?
Well, I think we've always managed to tell each other the really important things. You know, I have. I mean, I'm sure you've done the same, right? Let's hear what they're playing.
Kelly, would you be too embarrassed? I mean, you know, every year on my birthday, you always sang it to me, and since this year we couldn't be together, I thought maybe...
And I can't believe it's you, I can't believe it's true. I needed you, and you were there. Now I'd never leave, why should I leave? I'd be a fool, 'cause I finally found someone who really cares.
I'm always...
Still haven't found Helena yet?
No, and I've searched everywhere. I've stationed Fritz on the third floor just in case she gets to snooping up there again.
Good. But where could she have gone?
I don't know. But ever since she's been here, She's been coming and going at the strangest hours. I think that she's still working with Silas Crocker, and she's only staying here so that she can find the golden cradle. You must order her out of this house at once, before she finds it and all your other secrets.
I can't. It's my only hope in finding Nola.
Are you serious?
Mrs. Reardon is convinced that Nola did not leave of her own volition, and I am of the same opinion, which leads me to believe that Crocker somehow broke in here, kidnapped Nola. He no doubt blames her for everything that happened to him on that island, and he knows how important she is to me.
I see, and you think Helena knows where they are?
No, but she knows his contacts, people who might help him out.
Those contacts, as you call them, are nothing but murderers and thieves.
I know, but they are also the one link I have in finding Nola, and Helena is my one link to them. So from now on, whatever happens, we can't take a chance and alienate Helena. Not until we have Nola back in Springfield.
They'll never see me again, Rags. I'll go far away. These Garanimals are for job interviews. All these shirts go with those pants. That's how Garanimals work. See? Just match tags. Mom bought all this for me. She said Garanimals are worth it. And so am I.
Tommy.
For girls and boys, toddlers to teens, Garanimals.
Hey, Gerald, since you're the class chess champ, I'm picking you to pick the championship. Ruffles brand or regular chips? First tee.
Kind of regular, guys.
Now Ruffles.
Tremendous potato taste. Ruffles win.
In a taste test, Mom's preferred Ruffles by an average of almost 2-to-1 over leading national brands of regular potato chips.
Look, you don't have to be a champ to know which chip is champ, though. Judge for yourself.
Ruffles, the championship. Judge for yourself.
When you get it,
Itchy Redskin.
get Kool-Aid when you get it.
Darn bug.
Get Kool-Aid when you get it.
Oh, touching poison ivy.
Get Kool-Aid.
Cordate gently works with your body's natural defenses. It's all you need for the relief of dermatitis and other minor itches and rashes.
When you get it,
Itchy eczema.
get Kool-Aid.
You're not mixing A1 steak sauce in your ground beef?
A1 and ground beef?
My dear sister, there is steak in that ground beef. And what's better for steak than A1? And I bet you have.
Here it is. A1's herbs and spices make ground beef taste like ground steak. Hamburgers and meatloaf are juicy and tastier. Just mix 3 tablespoons into every pound. 1, 2, 3.
What a difference.
Sure. A1 makes ground beef taste like ground steak.
This week on The Young and the Restless.
You're treating me like I'm a teenager. I'm a grown woman.
Because we're suggesting that you don't jump headlong into a marriage without a little thought.
And then on As the World Turns, Jamaica is the setting as John and Ariel join hands and hearts in a wedding celebration. And Julie is jealous.
Aren't you being just a little paranoid? Aren't you trying to recapture an old romance? Are you trying to get Tyler back?
An exciting lineup on CBS weekdays.
Sure you haven't heard a single word since she went away?
No, nothing, but maybe I'll hear soon. The last thing Nola said to me was, she'll call me when she gets settled.
You promise I'll be the first to know if you hear from her?
Oh, I promise. But when I do hear from her, maybe I can find out why she changed her mind about Kelly Louise. I don't know, maybe she decided to leave her here with you until she got settled.
Maybe. I just don't buy it, Gracie. I just don't think Nola would go off and leave the baby when she's so frightened of a custody suit.
You know, that's not going to look too good to the judge, will it?
No, of course not, and Nola knows that. That's why I am so sure that something has happened to her.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Grace, is there any word? No, nothing yet. I'm starting to really, well... Look, Nola said she would call, and all we can do is wait.
Can I get you some coffee or some dessert or something?
Oh, not for me, thanks. No, I've got an early day tomorrow. Listen, if you want to take the day off and stay with your mom, go ahead.
Oh, thanks, but unless we hear something from Nola, I'd much rather keep busy. I'll come in and help you clean up your desk before you leave for Toronto.
All right, let me know one way or the other.
Okay. Mom, I'm going to walk Ed out to the car, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, honey.
Good night.
Bye.
like things are getting really serious between Maureen and Dr. Bauer.
Looks that way. I just know Maureen is happier than she's been since she came home. You know, with 7 kids, there's always somebody to worry about. And this time, it's Nola, as usual.
I bet Mr. McCord was really upset when he found out she went away.
Yep. Kept telling me how important she was to his life.
Oh, I wish Nola could have heard that. Maybe she wouldn't have been so depressed and felt she had to leave. And, you know, I better be getting home myself, really. If I hear anything from Nola, I will call you. And if you hear anything, please call me.
Yes, we will. Okay. You go home and try to get some rest.
Okay, you too. Good night.
Night.
You sure I can't get you some coffee, honey?
No thanks, Mom.
How was your date with Ed?
It was wonderful.
It always is. How come you look so depressed?
I'm not depressed, really. I'm kind of worried. You know, Ed is almost positive now that his divorce is going to come through with Rita. Well, that's what he's been waiting for, isn't it? Yeah? Why does that worry you? Because the moment he does, he's going to expect an answer from me. And I don't think I'm ready to give him one. Well, it's good, though. Oh, Mike, thanks for a lovely evening and a great dinner.
My pleasure.
Well, if I don't see you before you leave for Canada, good luck.
Well, I'll be here for another day and a half.
Yeah, but you'll be busy packing and getting ready.
I wouldn't be so busy I wouldn't have time to, say, take you to dinner tomorrow night.
Oh, don't you think you better talk to Hope about that? I know she'll want to see you and your mother.
No, I'll see them during the day and have dinner with you at night. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea.
Good. See you then.
Okay.
Good night. You know, you were wrong about what you said at dinner, or before dinner, sorry.
What did I say?
You said that before that night before I went to Portland, we were talking about that, and you said that what happened in Alan's office was because we weren't sure when we were going to see each other again.
Yeah, I guess I did say that.
Well, I just made a dinner date with you to see you tomorrow night. I know exactly when I'm going to see you again. And I don't feel any differently. Now, I know you hate to admit you're wrong about anything.
Well, I'm learning it's better not to argue with you, Mike.
I'll buy that.
Good.
Then I want you to make sure that every door in this house is double locked. After that, I want you to return to this library and wait for Miss Manzini to come back. When she does, I want you to come up to my room and alert me, no matter what hour of the evening. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Fritz? Did you find dogs?
No, and I drove up and down Thornway Road for an hour calling to them. I even asked all the neighbors if they seen them, but nothing.
Well, then you can look for the dogs tomorrow. Right now, I want you to secure this house.
Very well, sir. Then I'll come back and watch out for Miss Manzini.
Lucifer and Damien were too well trained just to go wandering off. I know Crocker was at the bottom of it. Damn his hide anyway. He must have found somehow to get the dogs away so that he could get in here easier and take Nola.
I had the same thought. I didn't mention that to Lieutenant Wyatt. I thought it would only prolong the investigation. I wanted him out of this house as soon as possible.
Well, that was very wise, considering what he could find in this house.
I also think it would be wise if you got rid of Helena for exactly the same reason.
I've told you on a number of occasions that I can't. I need Helena's help now to find Nola. She is my only hope.
If you allow that woman to stay in this house, she will surely find a room on the 3rd floor and all your secrets.
Then I shall see to it personally that she never does.
How? All she has to do is walk up the stairs and find that door.
I do not want to hear about that room anymore. I've had enough of that damn room and everything else that's in it. Besides, you and I are the only 2 people on Earth that know about it. There's no possible way she could ever find out that it exists.
More Minute Maid orange juice, Miss Annie?
Thank you, Martin. Oh, boy, Sam, we have the best of everything here. Big warm house, nice clothes, together. All the Minute Maid we want.
best means having the fresh, delicious taste of 100% pure Minute Maid orange juice. Make sure. Make it Minute Maid.
And the best of all, Daddy.
Creamy, fresh, smooth milk. That's the mild beginning of Casino Natural Cheese. No preservatives, just pure natural mildness in every bite. Casino Natural Cheese from Kraft, made to be mild.
This has been the award-winning Guiding Light. Fashions provided by Lily Rubin Salon, South Southwest, Tony Purses, and Barney.
Good afternoon from CBS News. This is Newsbreak. Lebanese radio stations report the shooting finally stopped at nightfall Beirut time after a 20-hour assault by Israeli